Hey, today I'm in Vail, Colorado, and I'm doing something a little bit different. We have 4 vehicles here, and they are all uniquely different, but they have one thing in common. They are all outfitted with accessories and parts from eBay Motors. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through each vehicle and the parts that are sourced from eBay Motors. My name is Jill Ciminillo with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Let's go on an overlanding journey right now. All right, this rig right here is a 1999 Jeep Cherokee. It has a 4.0 liter turbo inline 6-cylinder engine and a 4-speed automatic. And as you can see, this is pretty well tricked out in some aftermarket accessories. Now, I should point out this specific vehicle was sourced on eBay Motors, and all of the accessories were also purchased on eBay Motors. So we're just going to walk through some of these modifications. First off, you have this really cool awning. So it attaches to the side of the vehicle here, and then it rolls out to the driver's side. And this right here is an LED light strip that you can connect to your 12-volt power outlet in your vehicle. It's pretty easy to roll out and then give you some extra shade. Walking around to the back of the vehicle, you have a Yakima kitchen. This is the Exo swing base and open range kitchen. And what's really cool is all of these things pack inside of here. And these accessories, the Gerber accessories, you know, kind of fold up inside this pot and then end up in this bag right here. You have your propane tank holder here, and then you have a cord that will hook into your stove. So you can pack this all away. It has locks on pretty much everything, so you don't need to worry about somebody, like if you decide to leave this out and pack everything away inside, you don't need to worry about somebody trying to, you know, walk away with your kitchen while you are gone. Now here we have an ARB tent. It's a Series 3 Simpson tent and annex, and this is really cool because it just loads up into a roof packet. Yeah, we'll call it a packet. And then you just very easily like swing the ladder around, and then the tent just kind of poof, pops up into place. So it's really cool because on the inside it's already equipped with a mattress. You have shoe holders and a nice little opening there. There's also a little accessory that folds down. So if you are out and about and it's raining, it'll cover this ladder so you don't get wet going up into your tent. Now, outside of the tent and camping accessories, you also have a whole list of modifications that have been made to the vehicle, and that includes the Prim beadlock wheels from Black Rhino. You've got Nitto Ridge Grappler 35-inch tires. You've got a Rough Country XJ 50-inch LED light bar. You can see the light bar up there. You have Dirtbound USA bumper sliders and skid plates. You have Smitty-built XRC comp rope winch right there. You have there's new headlights and taillights on the vehicle, and then you have Rough Country neoprene seat covers on the interior so that you don't get things too dirty. All of this, again, sourced and purchased on eBay Motors. All right, so we are behind the wheel of the 1999 Jeep Cherokee, and we are going down the mountain. I am essentially standing on the brake the entire time. But I will say I have really good visibility over the hood. I love the sharp lines. And the Rusty's off-road suspension, I think, is doing a good job, hopefully, of making my passengers somewhat comfortable.
Absolutely. We're good.
And I'll point out I was even able to get the seat close enough to be able to reach the pedals. That's a win. So this right here is going to be the most unlikely overlanding vehicle that we will take out on the trail. And this is the Porsche Taycan Turbo Cross Turismo. It's all electric, 2-speed automatic transmission. It delivers 670 horsepower. Yeah, it was very funny as we were driving up here. We are on top of a dam at the moment. As we were driving up here, we got some very funny looks from dudes in off-road vehicles. But, you know, the trail wasn't terribly technical. It was a lot of gravel stuff and rocks. We did have a little bit of a climb to get up here, but overall, it wasn't too terrible. So you definitely have to watch the ground clearance. I think they said max ground clearance for this vehicle is going to be about 7 inches. All right, so what do we have going on here that was outfitted from eBay Motors? So first off, this tent is a Porsche Taycan roof rack and rooftop tent, but this was sourced from eBay Motors. So it's a Porsche accessory bought on eBay Motors. On the interior, we're not opening the doors because our gear is stacked in there, but we also have WeatherTech floor liners. The last modification that was made to the vehicle is this right here. So we have Porsche Aero wheels and Nitto Nomad grappler tires. So overall, this was pretty comfortable, probably the poshest vehicle we were taking on the trails. And I don't know, like I said, we were getting some very funny looks, but just to think that you can take a vehicle like this to a place like this and enjoy nature is pretty phenomenal. Before we move on to the next vehicle, lest you think that this is going to be too small of a tent for 2 people, I will point out, okay, maybe somebody who's 6'9" is not going to fit back here, but this is a pretty solidly sized tent. And this right here is a mattress pad that comes with the tent. And when you put it all back together, all of this just folds right into a nice little stack on top of the roof rails. So, nice little spot to go to sleep.
Now, would you say that the Taycan is a off-roading vehicle?
No, no, I would not.
But look at us, we're on the dirt.
No, we aren't going to do anything gnarly, but we are on the dirt.
So if you have a Porsche Taycan and you wanted to do some camping, light gravel and dirt off-roading, you could.
Gravel mode.
Gravel mode.
Okay, this is a 2009 Lexus GX470, and it was completely sourced from eBay. So this was purchased on eBay, the vehicle itself, and then all of the accessories and modifications also purchased and sourced on eBay. Now, there is a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm literally reading from a book of things to tell you so that I don't miss anything. So the first off, we have the Icon alloy rebound wheels. So that is this right here. We've got BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2 tires, and they were pretty awesome on the way up. We have Icon Stage 2 suspension and tubular UCA, so you can see that in there. And we have the Rhino Rack Pioneer 6 roof rack. So it has this pretty sturdy roof rack right here, and then we have the Rhino Rack hardshell rooftop tent. Now this right here is really cool because over here you have the Rhino Rack Batwing awning. So this is a 270-degree awning here that just kind of really pretty easily whips out and swings around the vehicle to provide some shade in the hottest parts of the day. Now, other things that we've got going on, you've got a Rough Country 42-inch Spectrum Series LED light bar. So that obviously is going to be up here in the front. You have Dobinson's rear panhard bar. You have RCI off-road skid plate package. Yeah, let's see, you can kind of see that there. And then you have a WeatherTech floor liners on the inside of the vehicle. Whew. And I should point out, we're at like really high elevation. We're above 10,000 feet right now, so please forgive me for being a little bit winded. But that's a lot of really cool stuff on this vehicle that was completely sourced and purchased on eBay Motors. All right, after taking a quick breath, I realized I forgot 2 things to mention. that were sourced on eBay Motors. And the first thing is going to be this DV8 MTO series winch bumper and pocket fairlead. So that, and then pretty obviously also missed this right here, which is the Dobinson's snorkel to help protect the engine from water intake. All right, I'm gonna go take another breath. Whew. All right, so we are going up a really rocky pass here in the Lexus GX, and there's some interesting modifications on here, including an Icon adaptation to the front suspension. It just feels incredibly smooth. You can't see what I'm seeing, but this is pretty amazing because we are woo, woo, woo. And then the other part of that is this. It is really quiet. If I were looking at an overlanding vehicle that I wanted to actually be comfortable in, this would have to be a top choice. And this is not a late model vehicle. This is like 15 years old. So I'm just super impressed with the suspension, the tires, the overall comfort of this vehicle. And I'm very impressed with the fact that a lot of the parts on here were sourced on eBay Motors. All right, for our last rig, we now have a 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and this is an SR5 4x4 double cab model. And this is a stock vehicle, so there were no real modifications done to the suspension or anything like that. What we are looking at on this vehicle in terms of modifications are accessory parts. So again, I have my trusty cheat sheet right here. And the other thing I want to point out is everything you see over here was in the bed of the truck. So this all fit in the truck to bring up to this amazing campsite. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing we have is the Rough Country Pro 1200S electric winch. And we did get to see a winching demonstration. We pulled out an ATV, and that was really cool to see. So, and it's kind of, this is the stock bumper, and this is the hidden winch inside there, and it is really cool. So it winches up to 1,200 pounds, or it's rated at 1,200 pounds. You also have a Rough Country aluminum bed rack. So as we come around to the back here, that's where you see this bed rack. Then you have Fuel Off-Road cycle wheels. You have Pirelli Scorpion all-terrain tires. You have a Toyota bed mat. You have Rough Country twin motor air compressor. Okay, so, sorry, I'm trying not to slip as I'm doing this. In the bed here, you can see that is the air compressor, and you just hook up the cable and you can go around to the tires, and it works pretty smoothly and quickly. You have the Rough Country roof rack. You have Rough Country 3-inch LED ditch light kit. You have Rough Country bed molle panel kit. You have Rough Country, lots of Rough Country going on over here. Rough Country easy access bed cargo storage box. You have a rear shackle kit, and you have SureFit floor mats. So I'm not going to show you inside the vehicle because our gear, backpacks, that kind of stuff is in there, but we'll just do another quick look in the back in the bed, and you can see this is where we put all of this. So all of the gear was sourced by eBay Motors, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. So stock vehicle with a lot of really cool overlanding accessories on it. All right, so we have now spent the last couple of days with eBay Motors, and we looked at 4 very different vehicles that were tricked out in 4 very different ways. What I want you to do is I want you to comment below, and I want you to tell me what your favorite vehicle was and what your favorite gear was. Comment below. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this off-road overlanding adventure, and I will see you down the road.